Imagine waking up one morning to find yourself in a world where every single action you take is a reflection of the habits and mindset of the wealthiest people on Earth. A world where your thoughts are laser-focused on growth, your decisions are guided by the principles of success, and your daily actions align perfectly with achieving your highest potential. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? But for many, this remains just that, a distant dream. Why is it that some people seem to attract wealth and success effortlessly, while others are trapped in a cycle of struggle and lack? What if I told you that the secret to breaking free from this cycle is not in working harder or having more opportunities, but in stopping certain behaviors that keep you stuck in a mindset of poverty? Earl Nightingale, one of the greatest minds in personal development, once said that success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. This statement captures a profound truth. Success is a journey, not a destination, and it begins in the mind long before it materializes in the physical world. Most people don't realize that success or failure isn't just something that happens to them. It's something they create through their daily habits and thoughts. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who don't often boils down to what they choose to stop doing. Certain habits and ways of thinking almost guarantee a life of lack and limitation. These are the habits that poor people, knowingly or unknowingly, adopt and carry with them throughout their lives. Let's start by addressing a fundamental misconception. Poverty is not just about lacking money. Poverty is, first and foremost, a state of mind. It is a mental condition shaped by beliefs, fears, and habits that limit one's potential for growth and fulfillment. It's a mindset that says, I can't, I don't have enough, it's too risky, I'm not good enough, and so on. To stop doing what poor people do, you need to stop thinking like a poor person. Because here's the truth. Wealth is not about having a lot of money. It's about having a mindset that attracts money, opportunities, and success into your life. Consider this. If you could pinpoint and eliminate these destructive patterns, how different would your life look? What if, instead of following the herd, you decided to break away from the norm and challenge the beliefs and behaviors that hold you back? Most people are programmed to fail. From a young age, they are taught to fear risk, to stay within their comfort zones, and to settle for less than they deserve. But what if you chose a different path? What if you decided today to stop doing what poor people do and start thinking and acting like the wealthy, successful person you are meant to be? The habits of the wealthy aren't shrouded in mystery. They're right in front of us, visible to anyone who cares to look. Yet many choose to ignore them, believing that wealth is a matter of luck or circumstance. Earl Nightingale understood that success is not about luck. It's about laws. Laws of nature, of thought, of behavior. And these laws are as predictable and consistent as gravity. They don't change, and they don't care about your background or your current situation. What they care about is your alignment with them. And here's the kicker. Aligning with these laws often means doing the exact opposite of what poor people do. You might be thinking, what exactly do poor people do that I need to stop? The answer may surprise you. It's not just about external behaviors, like spending recklessly or avoiding investments. It's deeper than that. It's about the internal landscape of thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that drive those behaviors. Poor people, more often than not, are driven by fear. Fear of failure, fear of loss, fear of standing out. They are motivated by scarcity, believing that there is never enough to go around, so they hoard what little they have or spend it quickly, thinking it won't last. They focus on what they don't want instead of what they do want. They settle for jobs they hate, relationships that drain them, and lifestyles that limit them, because they have convinced themselves that they have no other choice. But you have a choice. You can choose to stop doing what poor people do. You can choose to recognize the limiting beliefs and habits that keep you stuck and replace them with empowering ones. For example, poor people tend to blame circumstances for their lack of success. If only I had more money. If only I had more time. If only I knew the right people. But the wealthy know that these are just excuses. They understand that they have the power to create their own circumstances, to find the time, to meet the right people, and to generate the money they need. They don't wait for the perfect opportunity. They create it. They don't settle for what life gives them. They demand what they want from life. Let's dive deeper into these ideas with real-life examples. Look at any successful entrepreneur, inventor, or thought leader. Take someone like Oprah Winfrey, for example. She grew up in poverty, facing circumstances that could have easily kept her trapped in a cycle of lack and limitation. But she chose a different path. She chose to focus on her dreams, to cultivate a mindset of abundance, and to reject the limiting beliefs that held her back. She didn't wait for opportunities to come to her. She created them. She didn't settle for the life that was handed to her. She built the life she wanted. Now, this isn't to shame or belittle those who are struggling. Far from it. The point here is to shine a light on the patterns that keep people stuck in poverty, so they can make a conscious choice to break free. Because here's the truth. Poverty is not just a lack of money. It's a lack of mindset. It's a lack of understanding of the principles that govern success. It's a lack of willingness to step outside of one's comfort zone, to take risks, to face rejection, to learn and grow and adapt. And if you're ready to stop doing what poor people do, you must start by changing your mindset. We're often told that we need to think big to achieve great things, but thinking big is only half the battle. The other half is stopping the small, limiting thoughts that sabotage us every day. It's about recognizing the fear that whispers in your ear, "You can't do this," and choosing to act anyway. It's about noticing when you're about to make a decision out of fear or scarcity, and choosing to make it from a place of confidence and abundance instead. The wealthy think differently. They don't focus on lack, they focus on opportunity. They don't fear loss, they understand risk and manage it. They don't waste time on activities that don't move them closer to their goals. They invest their time wisely. They don't seek comfort, they seek growth. They don't settle, they strive. And most importantly, they don't blame others for their circumstances. They take full responsibility for their lives. To illustrate, let's look at a few specific behaviors that the wealthy avoid. Behaviors that you must also avoid if you want to change your life. First, wealthy people avoid negative self-talk. They understand the power of words and thoughts. Poor people, on the other hand, often engage in negative self-talk that reinforces their lack of self-worth and potential. Phrases like, "I can't do this," "I'm not good enough," "I'll never succeed," create a self-fulfilling prophecy. Wealthy people replace these thoughts with empowering affirmations. They say things like, "I am capable," "I am worthy," "I attract success." They know that what they think about, they bring about. Second, wealthy people do not procrastinate. They take action. Poor people often delay important tasks, waiting for the perfect moment. Wealthy people know there is no perfect moment, there is only now. They understand that action breeds confidence and clarity, while inaction breeds fear and doubt. By taking action, they gain momentum and move closer to their goals, even if they don't have all the answers at first. Third, wealthy people do not fear failure. They see failure as a stepping stone to success. Poor people, however, often see failure as a dead end. They fear making mistakes and avoid taking risks. Wealthy people know that every failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become better. They fail fast, they fail often, and they fail forward. They know that failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the process. Fourth, wealthy people do not surround themselves with negative influences. They are careful about who they spend their time with. They understand that their environment plays a crucial role in shaping their mindset. Poor people often associate with others who reinforce their limiting beliefs and habits. Wealthy people, on the other hand, seek out mentors, peers, and communities that uplift, inspire, and challenge them to be their best selves. Fifth, wealthy people do not waste their resources. They understand the value of time, money, and energy. Poor people often waste their resources on activities and expenses that do not contribute to their growth or well-being. Wealthy people invest their resources in ways that yield long-term benefits. They invest in their education, in their health, in their relationships, and in their businesses. They know that every resource they have is a tool that can either help them grow or keep them stagnant. Sixth, wealthy people do not live in the past. They do not dwell on past mistakes, regrets, or failures. Poor people often live in the past, holding on to grievances, resentments, and self-pity. Wealthy people understand that the past is gone, and that the only thing they can control is the present moment. They focus on the future they want to create, not the past they want to escape. Seventh, wealthy people do not avoid responsibility. They take ownership of their lives, their decisions, and their outcomes. Poor people often blame others for their circumstances, the government, their parents, their boss, the economy. Wealthy people know that they are the creators of their own destiny. They do not make excuses, they find solutions. They do not complain, they take action. Eighth, wealthy people do not settle for mediocrity. They strive for excellence in everything they do. Poor people often settle for good enough, believing that excellence is out of their reach. Wealthy people know that excellence is not a destination, but a daily commitment to being the best they can be. They are always looking for ways to improve, to innovate, and to add value. Ninth, wealthy people do not fear change. They embrace it. Poor people often resist change, clinging to the familiar even when it no longer serves them. Wealthy people understand that change is the only constant and that it brings new opportunities for growth and success. They are adaptable, flexible, and open-minded. They do not fear the unknown, they are excited by it. Finally, wealthy people do not underestimate the power of giving. They know that wealth is not just about what you have, but about what you give. Poor people often hoard their resources, fearing there will never be enough. Wealthy people understand the law of reciprocity. The more you give, the more you receive. They give their time, their money, their knowledge, and their support generously, knowing that it will come back to them multiplied. So what does this mean for you? It means that if you want to change your life, you need to start by changing your mind. You need to stop doing what poor people do and start doing what wealthy people do. You need to stop thinking like a poor person and start thinking like a rich person. You need to stop settling for less and start demanding more from yourself and from life. The path to wealth and success is not easy, but it is simple. It requires you to make a conscious choice every day to stop doing what poor people do. It requires you to be honest with yourself about your habits, your thoughts, and your beliefs. It requires you to take responsibility for your life and to take action, even when it's hard, even when it's scary, even when you don't feel like it. Remember, success is not reserved for the lucky few. It is available to anyone who is willing to stop doing what poor people do. The question is, are you willing to make that choice? Are you ready to take that step? Are you ready to break free from the mindset of poverty and step into the mindset of abundance? If so, start today. Start right now. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and visualize the life you want to create. See it in vivid detail. Feel it in your heart. Believe it with every fiber of your being. Then open your eyes, take a step, and keep moving forward. And remember, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that step could be as simple as choosing to stop doing what poor people do. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're ready to take this journey to success, don't forget to subscribe for more insights that could change your life forever.